Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and today I'm going to go over my supplements again. Last time I did a video about my supplements, everything that I take. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and go watch that one. I talk about each and every supplement that I take. One of you guys wanted more feedback on the different supplements that I take and to know essentially what I think, like how they have affected me, how I feel taking them. And so this video is essentially going to be more diving deep into supplements. I've already gone through each and every supplement and told you essentially what it does. But what I will tell you is that I'm never going to come here and show you things that I don't think work. Everything that I am taking is because it is making a difference in my health. And there are a lot of things that I'm taking and it's a lot of money in supplements. And I totally get that. And I know that not a lot of people can afford to take the amount of supplements that I'm taking. So my desire is to kind of narrow it down and tell you like what I think makes the biggest difference for me, I guess is what I'm gonna do with this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I told you guys in the last video that the first thing I do in the morning is I make like an adrenal / gut cocktail. I have adrenal insufficiency and primary ovarian insufficiency. If you're new here, if you haven't watched my video about being diagnosed with POI, please go ahead and watch that. I'm not gonna get into it too much. Essentially, those are two conditions that affect my hormone levels. And so in the morning, I'm doing an adrenal cocktail to help with my adrenal function. I have very low cortisol levels and I also had severe gut dysbiosis when I first started going to see my functional medicine doctor like a year ago. I did a GI map test and it showed me that I had a bunch of infections and just dysbiosis in general. So we went about doing a protocol to help heal my gut. So I am still taking supplements for my gut, but my gut is 100,000 times better. If you haven't watched my gut health video, go ahead and watch that one as well. So I do this adrenal gut cocktail. It's adrenal in the sense that I add like sea salt that has lots of minerals in it. I use like a Celtic sea salt and then the lemon, the vitamin C element. So the minerals and the vitamin C essentially help to support the adrenals. And I do notice a difference doing this. And then I will add 2 gut supplements to this, to my actual water. So I use the Gut Support by Intelligence of Nature. I put that one in and I put in L-glutamine. If I had to choose one of these supplements, I would choose L-glutamine. I noticed a difference immediately when I started taking it. It really makes a big difference to kind of get things moving. And I personally had an issue with loose stool. So sorry, it is what it is. That it really helped me, and I definitely noticed a really big difference with this. So if I had to eliminate one, which I would prefer not to again because I take everything that I take because I think that it makes a difference in my health, but if I had to just choose one of the supplements to keep taking, I would keep taking the L-glutamine. It has done wonders for my gut. Then along with that adrenal gut cocktail, I take a few different supplements on an empty stomach. One of them is my adrenal support from my functional medicine doctor's line of supplements. I did link a similar one and in my last video, and I'll link the same one again today. This one essentially has adrenal cortex tissues and hypothalamus tissues, and then it has different adaptogens and a couple of different other herbs to help support my adrenal function. And that one I have also noticed a difference. One of the side effects that I have from adrenal fatigue is heart palpitations, really slow heart rate. So that has helped a little bit. And then the DGL Plus is, I've also linked this for you guys, but it's a blend of different herbs from slippery elm and marshmallow root, aloe vera. I've linked it below for you guys, but this also makes a massive difference in my digestion. This is supposed to help coat your intestines and just like get things moving again, but help to solidify if you're having issues with that. Again, I went through a whole like multiple month-long protocol to heal my gut, so I'm not saying that you can just take these magic pills and it'll make you better. I highly suggest working with a functional doctor if you want to heal your gut because it's a lot more complex than just taking a pill for a couple of months. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I tried for years before I started seeing a functional medicine doctor to DIY it myself and make my gut better, and I just never could because I just don't have medical training. And functional medicine doctors use herbs, they use supplements to help you treat your gut. And so again, these things really help me, but again, I think it's so helpful to go and see a functional medicine doctor or a naturopathic doctor. And then I will also take these probiotics. These I've just started taking. I switched between a vaginal and a gut probiotic. This one's supposed to help both, so I've been taking this one. It helps, but this one is still fairly new to me. I think it is important to take a good probiotic and to make sure that it's a well-researched one because there are a lot of probiotics out there, and if you just buy the cheapest one out there, they're not always going to survive your stomach acid, and that's like always kind of a concern. So I would definitely invest in like a good probiotic if that's what you need, if that's what your doctor wants you to do. So next, I went on to tell you guys how I take the bulk of my supplements at lunchtime, and I will just go ahead and go through those ones. I take this prenatal vitamin. I like Thorne one because I think they're very well researched and they've got a really great profile of different vitamins in here, and I'm very satisfied with the amount of each vitamin that it contains. There are a lot of prenatal vitamins out there, and there's a lot of lying in marketing. I like to go with more reputable brands like Thorne because I know that they're well researched and I know that the quality that I'm taking is going to be good. Any doctor is going to tell you that if you're trying to conceive, you should be taking a prenatal vitamin, and so I just chose the best one out there. I can't tell you if this is making me feel better or anything, but I can tell you that I know that this is helping my body. So then I told you guys I also take beef liver. I have noticed a difference in energy levels since taking this. I don't think you necessarily need to get the Ancestral Supplements one. I would just get like a grass-fed beef liver supplement, and I think that that would be just as good. They kind of all source from the same place, to be honest. I've just been taking this one for a long time, so I just keep reordering this one. They're usually all from pasture-raised, grass-fed cows in New Zealand and Australia. So, and yes, I have noticed a difference in energy levels. Beef liver is a great source of a lot of bioavailable vitamins. I like this, and I do notice a difference with this one. Then with CoQ10, if you have been diagnosed with POI and you have spoken to fertility doctors, they're probably going to tell you that you should be taking CoQ10. I found that this is one of the best researched CoQ10s. And what are my credentials for this? I am still ovulating and menstruating despite being told 2.5 years ago that my ovaries were going to shut down within 6 months to a year. So I don't necessarily notice a difference with this, but I do still have working ovaries when I was told that my ovaries were going to shut down 1.5 years ago. So CoQ10 is something that I will always be taking. I'm never going to stop taking this. So this is another one that I would not cut. Vitamin D3 and K2. D3 is essentially a hormone. It's been linked to low AMH, and when I got my vitamin D levels checked, they were in the normal range, but functionally they were low. So they're conventional lab ranges, and they're very, very broad. The functional or optimal levels are smaller usually. Mine was conventionally normal, but it was functionally very low. So I started taking vitamin D, and it's not something that I have, again, noticed a big difference with, except for the fact that my ovaries are still working and my health is more vibrant than it was before. Again, guys, I'm taking all of these things together at once, and what I can tell you is that I'm still ovulating and menstruating. I am not having psoriasis anymore. I have better energy levels. I'm not getting weird rashes and things on my skin, like a bunch of little things that I used to have, like red flag symptoms. I'm not getting those anymore, and I think it's from me taking all of these things and all of the lifestyle changes that I'm doing. Again, I want to reiterate this fact that there's no one magic pill that you're going to get out of this video that's going to fix your health. We are really addicted to that idea because we come from a medical system that is allopathic. So basically we're prescribed drugs when we have a problem, and so we think that's how it's going to work with holistic medicine, but that's not how it works. Yes, you can take herbs to make certain things better, but it's everything working together holistically with your lifestyle, your diet, and all of those changes that you make together. The next one is berberine, and this one I do notice a difference with because my blood sugar feels so much more stable when I'm taking this. I have a high fasting glucose, and sometimes I can feel the blood sugar crashes and things. I mean, I have dealt with this for a very long time. I think that blood sugar issues run in my family, not that genetics is the determining factor for all of our health issues, because I don't believe that. But I did grow up as a child in the 90s with plastic everywhere and eating really unhealthy diets, and you know, there are lots of exposure to different toxins and things can influence the way our body processes glucose and our insulin sensitivity and all of that. And so I've had an issue with that for a long time. And I also have very low to no amounts of Akkermansia probiotic in my gut. So I was having issues with glucose, and this really does make a difference for me. I notice a difference when I'm taking this. One that I would definitely not want to stop taking. The next one is acetyl L-carnitine. This is one of those that I'm not really sure. I'm taking this to try and make my egg cells more healthy. So I'm trying to get pregnant, as you guys know, or if you don't know, I'm on my trying to conceive journey, and I'm taking a lot of different antioxidants to try and make each egg cell as good as it possibly can be. So this is one of those things that I take because of that, and I can't tell you if it's working or not because I just don't know. I'm not pregnant yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean that my eggs are bad. There are other influences, like I have had low progesterone. There can be so many reasons why someone isn't getting pregnant, and I don't necessarily think it's because of my egg health, because I eat really healthy. I have a really good lifestyle and diet, and I take all of these antioxidants. So anyway, this is one of the things that I'm taking. I can't tell you if it's making a difference or not. It's definitely definitely not something that I'm gonna cut out. And then this is another one, NAD, that I am taking for my egg health, but it's also for my skin health. I'm also taking this for anti-aging reasons. Our NAD levels deplete by half by the time we're 30, I believe is what I read. And so I just want to be taking NAD anyways. It's like super buzzy and very popular at the moment, but they're finding out how crucial NAD is for anti-aging, and NAD is going to help with egg health as well. So I would not stop taking this one either. Fish oil is another one that I take that I don't have here, but it is very good for anti-inflammation, and I really like this one. I would not just get like any fish oil. Again, I think you really need to invest in a good quality fish oil in order to really see differences, but I have struggled with inflammation in my body pretty much my whole life, and this fish oil has been really great for me to reduce inflammation in my body. And then you guys know I went through and I talked about my different nighttime supplements. So I take several different things. One of them is magnesium, which this is amazing. It helps me get really good quality sleep, and I would not stop taking this one, particularly a magnesium that has all 7 types. I've read that most Americans are deficient in magnesium. I know that this is something I can actually feel a difference with. Magnesium is very calming and it helps with so many different things, so I will definitely keep using this. Then molybdenum is another thing that I take. It helps with one of the phases of detoxification. I can't tell you if this is making a difference or not. Again, everything that I'm taking together is helping my health and giving me the results that I have. So I know that molybdenum helps with detoxification, and I know that most people are low on molybdenum, so I am going to keep taking this. Then alpha lipoic acid is just another one that is also helping with the detoxification processes in our bodies, and I know that our environment is filled with toxins, and I know that we're exposed every day to toxins that we need to detoxify from. If you haven't heard of the toxic bucket theory, it's basically, yes, our bodies are incredibly efficient at detoxifying, and yes, we have kidneys, we have livers, and we are constantly detoxifying things through our urine, through our sweat, through our excrement. We're constantly detoxifying, but we are assaulted from all sides at all times with the amount of toxins that are in our environment, in our food, in our homes, in our beauty products, in the air we breathe. It's just everywhere. So there's this idea that our bodies can detoxify, but they can't keep up with the sheer amount of toxins that we have, and so we need a little bit of extra support, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just supporting my body's natural detoxification processes, and alpha lipoic acid is one of the things that helps to do that. So does glutathione. Glutathione is the master detoxifier. I have linked a really good quality glutathione, and I wouldn't get just any glutathione because those are ineffective if they're not processed in the correct way, and they need to be refrigerated after opening. So I wouldn't just throw my money down the drain buying a cheap glutathione. I would invest in like a really good quality one, and I've linked one in the description. And then also I mentioned the liposomal vitamin C. My functional medicine doctor prescribed me that in order to help with my adrenal fatigue, but it also helps with detoxification, and I do notice a difference taking liposomal vitamin C. And then serapeptase. Serapeptase is another one that I have been taking for a while. I'm taking this because it can help with heart health, and you guys know that I struggle with heart palpitations, so I want to keep taking this, and it's also a biofilm buster, so it helps to break up the biofilms of pathogenic bacteria. I talked about this last time, but essentially if you have a UTI and you're taking antibiotics, the bacteria have a biofilm and they'll hide inside their biofilm while you're taking the antibiotics, and then they will come back out, and that's why sometimes when you're taking antibiotics, the UTI can feel like it's going away and then it comes back afterwards. So anyway, I'm taking serapeptase, and it is something that I would continue to take because it does so many different things. It's a proteolytic enzyme. It can help to thin out blood clots and do like a whole bunch of really amazing things, and it helps with inflammation. Again, as someone who has struggled with inflammation for pretty much their whole lives, it's something that I'm going to continue to take. And then my last supplement that I take besides my Chinese herbs is Akkermansia, and I mentioned that earlier in the video that it's a probiotic strain that helps with certain metabolic diseases like diabetes and Alzheimer's. I had almost none of it when I did my GI map test, and it's very protective against those things, and it's very important for maintaining healthy blood sugar. It's not strange at all that I would have blood sugar issues and almost no Akkermansia, so I'm working to replenish my Akkermansia stores. That is pretty much it, guys. I hope that I gave you more insight into the things that I take, and I hope that you take away from this that I'm never going to bring you something that I don't believe in. I'm here trying to help you guys because when I first was diagnosed, I felt so alone and I had no information, and so that's what this is. I'm just trying to share with you. Again, please guys, don't just take anything without getting professional medical help first. I again will put a link in the description to the Institute of Functional Medicine so you can find a functional medicine doctor in your area that you can go and see and work with. I think a personalized approach is so important. Women get POI for so many different reasons, so it's important to know what's at the root of your POI. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you thought, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.